All right. On today's episode of The Life and Lessons of Me, featuring me, we are going to talk about just kind of in general life events right now. Um, that is what we're going to talk about. And if you're on YouTube, you can see Matthew. Wave hi to the camera, Matthew. Um, and this is also Daisy's in here, so she better not bark or she'll be hit. Just kidding. We don't hit dogs here. Um, but yeah, as you can see, if you're on YouTube, I got a better camera. $25 on Amazon. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Um, and I might act a little strange because my brother is judging me in the background. He's giving me funny looks. um, but yeah, we're just gonna kind of talk about in general what's going on in Jordan land. Also, I'm kind of not using a script right now, so you may get some rambling, but that is how we're gonna do this because I really didn't plan it out this week. So yeah, um, yeah. So lately, stuff has been happening. Like, um, you know, my grandmother fell. That wasn't good. So great grandmother. um, yeah. So she fell on the ice because it's icy everywhere. Um, and I can totally understand why she would have done that. Um, Here's why. Picture this: you're 91, and for your entire like 90 years of life, you've never had a problem doing the things like going out to get the paper. And as you can imagine, after 90 years of being able to do that, you would assume that you can still do that, which is interesting because I understand that now and I'm 19. Switch 19 around, you get 91, which is kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, so I totally understand why she would have gone out to get the paper, even though it was icy. Um, because yeah, as a person, you don't expect like change to happen. I guess I don't know. It's weird.
Hey guys, don't punch a chair.
Oh, also, my brother is interjecting. He said he probably the mic probably picked it up. Um, so yeah, he punched a chair. He not surprising. But yeah, so for me though, I was able to walk and stuff prior to uh, eighth grade, so it was less of a gradual change at that point. Up until I was like 10, it was super slow. Didn't really notice anything wrong with me. Yeah, I was just a normal person. And then the disease caught up with me, and here we are. Um, so, yeah, that was a bigger change than gradually over 90 years, but still, it's the same kind of concept. Like, you're used to being able to do something, and then it gets harder to do, and you refuse to, you know, believe that it's getting so hard that you should stop doing it. Um, like in seventh grade when I started to not be able to walk, um, it was it was really difficult because it was like at this point like it's not safe for me to be doing this because I had fallen a lot and I did not want to get hurt um, or anything like that and I just realized that it was time to go into the wheelchair and not worry about falling and getting injured, um, which is what my grandmother needs to do. She needs to realize that she is 91 and she probably shouldn't be going out to get the paper when it's icy. So we're praying that she's all right. I'm sure she's fine. Um, so keep her in your thoughts and prayers, what they always say. Um, Also, there's Daisy being cute if you're on YouTube. um, but yeah, that's happening. So I'm sure she's fine. All that's good. But in my life, things are getting interesting because I need aides to come in and out to help me, um, to do things like you would normally do, like shower and go to the bathroom, stuff like that. Um, and unfortunately, the aide that was here during the day, um, kind of fell off the face of the earth. So yeah, she hasn't been heard from since Friday. Um, so not my business where she's at, but if she's dead or something, like that would be really bad. So, but I feel like I'm less independent because of um, these people not being here, which I mean is understandable. I can't do normal things without help. Um, and when the help doesn't show up, it's on my mom, and my mom has a job, and it's really difficult for her to have a job and be on constant standby if I need help. Like, how is that fair? How's it fair? Um, Short answer is it's not fair, but I feel like um, there's not much we can do about that. Daisy, do not bark or I'll beat you up. Don't do it. Um, so yeah, it's like ridiculous because I had an eye doctor appointment yesterday, which I made it to thanks to my mom. Um, but I also had a physical therapy appointment today that I didn't get to because um, people have to work. They can't always be bringing me everywhere. Um, so I missed that today. I rescheduled my other appointment, but it's just ridiculous to me because like these people aren't paid very much, and it's just hard to find someone willing to do it that isn't a full-time nurse. So we might end up doing that, getting a full-time nurse. Yay! But yeah, you know, yesterday I was super frustrated and being an asshole, but today I'm like, maybe that's not the look, so we're not doing that. Uh, but yeah, life is difficult at the moment because of the lack of independence that I feel like. I feel like I don't know. Part of me feels like it would be better if I was at college. Um, but the same stuff was happening there. Like aides wouldn't show up, and I'd be on my own, and then my parents would have to come 30 minutes. Good thing I didn't go very far. That could have been super bad, but you know. But I guess the whole point of this particular podcast is, you know, stuff happens and you need to like move through it in a good way instead of being an asshole. So that's something that I need to work on a lot is a proper outlet for, frustration and anger and stuff like that. Um, it's also not good to bottle that stuff up, but don't be a jerk. It's not does not give you an excuse. Um, but yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. It's a whole thing. But if people get discouraged, sometimes they don't see a way out of it. Um, and I mean, there's always a way out of something. You might not be able to see it, but it's happening, and you just got to trust that you're going to come out on top of it. Yeah, like I've said before in previous podcasts, like life is not about living necessarily. It's about how you get through what life throws at you because life is unpredictable. And yeah, like life is so unpredictable that you can't decide whether your genetics works or not. It's so lucky that like everyone is born relatively normal. Like the probability of us being born is super low. So, it should be like celebrated every time like something's normal. You know, I don't know. It's also it's weird to think about that way. Like, yep, didn't plan this. I don't think you plan anything. I don't know. This is like a middle of the road podcast where I got things to talk about. Like again, like this whole podcast is about perspective, and in this particular episode, you'll definitely see the you know hardships that I'm going through as I'm giving you advice. Um, so it's not an easy thing to live with, but you know, you got two choices. You can live with it, or you can, feel sorry for yourself and not live your life. Daisy, stop scratching at the door. Um, but yeah, so perspective. You're gonna get some in this podcast in the future and in this current episode. Um, see what happens when we don't use script. We ramble, but I think this was a good episode in terms of me just like talking to you guys about what's going on in my life, and hope you enjoy it. And you should go check out my previous podcast. Go look at my YouTube. Go follow me on social media. Share this around, especially share this. Share it. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Um, and yeah, that has been the life and lessons of me featuring Matthew and Daisy. And I'll catch you on the next episode.